Hey there, Brady here with your daily tennis lesson. So we're looking at approach shots this week, and today specifically we're going to look at the forehand approach. There's really 4 forehand approach shots that I want to break down today, and they have everything to do with the height of the ball when we're making contact. We got to know the differences in how to swing at this ball based on the height of it when we get up into this transition kind of area between the baseline and the service line. So the first one we're going to go about today is kind of the highest approach shot we'd see. Could be an on the rise ball. It could have gotten out of reach and is dropping back down. But it's generally going to be a ball that I'm playing somewhere around shoulder height. When I'm dealing with a ball, or you're dealing with a ball that's being struck above the height of the net, significantly higher, it's a shot we really want to be aggressive with. We don't have to work the ball up and over the way we would from the backcourt. So we want to be coming into this shot thinking a lot more about driving the ball, much more of a level stroke. So in terms of the swing path, once you prep the racket, be on a much kind of more level plane going from start to finish rather than swinging low to high. It's a very aggressive swing. You guys want to feel like you're swinging the racket fast. There's still some topspin on this shot. There should always be some level of topspin on your forehand. But on this one, I'm really hitting the ball so kind of level and square. It's one of the forehands I'm going to hit where the topspin is not that significant. The ball should penetrate through the court. Good ball speed through the air. I can go any direction with this. I will hit this out of open stance. I feel like it always helps me to set this shot up with open stance because I can probably jump off the ground, get a little more lift. I have an ability to kind of swing faster usually out of open stance, so that to me is a must on this shot. So without further ado, this would be the forehand approach shot when the height of contact is above the height of the net. Okay, and obviously, you know, I think that's probably my best chance to hit maybe an outright winner when I'm talking about an approach shot, is this one that's higher. But again, it falls under this category of approach shot. So you'd always want to feel your momentum go forward. Maybe there's a chance they get a racket on it. Plan on still following this ball in to possibly get a volley after. Let's see it again. Okay, those will work. All right, so for me, that's my favorite approach. I love when the ball's sitting up, but that's not always the case. The ball can come down in height. So the second forehand approach I want to look at today would be a ball that's maybe at the height of the net when I'm making contact, maybe slightly below. So now I've got to start thinking, well, I can't level out if the net's, you know, higher than the height of contact, because I'm going to hit it into the net. So this would be more of a low to high swing path, still probably a traditional follow through. I'm probably coming up around my shoulder. You know, I can't quite hit this ball as hard as I could hit the high one because the shape of the shot has to be a little more up and over the net. So you're adding topspin on this shot. There's a very good chance we would utilize what I like to call just a skip step with the footwork on this. If you've seen any of my, you know, work before this video, it's a very good chance you saw, you know, me use that left foot to left foot kind of skip step where the right leg trails back. It's a really good piece of footwork to keep your momentum going forward on an approach shot, because I obviously want to be going and getting a volley after this. So if I stop completely, step in, hold the finish, and then get going, it kind of chops up that flow that I'm trying to achieve when I go get a volley. So a little more low to high swing path, add a little bit of topspin, try to utilize this left foot to left foot skip step as you're approaching into the net. Let's take a look. Okay, take that. We'll see that one more time. Okay, so Definitely a little more of a controlled feel than that higher ball, which is fine. I feel like I'm definitely probably going to see a volley, but I really do still feel like because I've got that nice release with the legs, I'm coming up ready to confidently knock off a volley or two. Okay, now, let's say somebody hits a slice into here. Now the ball's getting down maybe to the height of my knee, maybe a little bit below. So if I'm coming in, reaching into this zone, and I plan on being aggressive, which I'm hoping a lot of you out there are not just running up to low shots trying to flip them over. We're trying to maintain this modern feel, this swing that has some racket speed to it. We can start to play these low ones with more of a vertical swing. Okay, known as a buggy whip or a vertical. That would be a great way to play this low approach shot in order to keep racket speed, still achieve good topspin, and again, when I'm going aggressively at it, there's a good chance that my momentum continues. You might see that hop step once again, that little left-footed skip step. I think it can be used on both of these shots. So let's take a look at this lower feed, maybe a little slice on this mark. All right, so again, it's like, yeah, I got to get down, I got to reach into that ball, really pull it up, but the racket speed required for a buggy whip is fast. So that's a great way, again, to stay aggressive on this lower shot rather than just trying to scoop it over. Let's see one more. Okay, so loving those three. I'd still take the top one. I like the high one. I have no problem with those two though. I like to hit those. I like to come in and get my volleys. Now there is one that it causes a lot of us who love to approach even a problem. So this would be the ball that's barely coming off the ground. It would be something where the height of the bounce is so low that just getting a racket on it is kind of an achievement. Hopefully we don't find ourselves in this situation all too often. But this would be the only time where I would get the grip over to Continental and play a little slice shot, okay? I need that help with elevating the ball. When I'm stuck so far out, reaching to such a low ball, you need the help of the open strings. So be very careful about switching to this too early. You would only want to use this when you recognize that the opponent's ball has a great chance to bounce twice before you even get there. So I'll start in my ground stroke grip. Mark will hit some sort of shaky little feed, and you'll notice that I'll get the grip over before I start running up to the ball. That is a recognition, event on my part that has to occur, or there's a good chance I flub that shot. Okay, so here we go, Mark. Okay, and I might be staring at a very tough ground stroke coming back to me on that first volley because it is such a defensive little shot. There's a chance once in a while that if that occurs more in the back half of no man's land, I might not even treat it like an approach shot. I might get back. Okay, so there's 4 forehand approach shots. Again, be aware of the height of the ball as it's coming into your side. If it's just, hey, it's a forehand approach, and you're not differentiating between high, midsection, knee height, or extremely low, you could be losing out on great opportunities to be aggressive and really get into the net with some momentum, okay? So that's all I got for you today. Hope that was super helpful. Please click like below this video, and if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do so, as well as check down below me in the description of this video. You'll find the link to 3 free courses that Mark and I have put together. I think you'll find those really helpful as well. All right, so until next time, be well, and we'll see you soon at Daily Tennis Lesson.